All right, the first card of Major Arcana is the Fool. So the Fool is the beginning. And the way that I learned this was when you do the story of the Major Arcana from Fool all the way to the World, which I'm going to get into, is the Fool is 0. So you always look at the numbers at the bottom of tarot. So the Fool with the 0 represents the soul. There's no beginning, there's no end. It just is. It's complete, it's whole, it's the beginning. So when we get the Fool in our spread, it means purity. It means going back to the very beginning. And usually when we get this, it means there is a beginning of a new chapter, new era, something very beautiful is about to begin. The story of the Fool is that in this card, this is Shadowscapes Tarot, which I have a link below if you want this deck, is that the Fool, and a lot of the tarot decks, you'll see it, he or she is on the cliff, like an edge of a cliff, and they're jumping off. So the Fool part comes in because those who don't know spiritual or intuitive training, they would be like, wow, that person's a fool because they're just jumping off a cliff. They don't know what they're doing. But that's not what this is. The Fool is complete. They are a soul, so they have no need for fear. It's the purity where they know, like in this energy, because at this point in the journey, they're not a person, they're a soul, they're a spirit, they're complete. So even though it looks like they're jumping off the cliff, they're completely safe because they're in their power, they're in their soul. And with the Fool, it's something about remembering and being confident in your power. It brings you right back to the beginning of where it's like, okay, I am a soul. I'm a soul having a physical experience in this world. And I have the knowledge, the power to learn and to go through whatever I'm going through in this moment. So that's the beginning. So at this point in the journey, it's the soul, and it's the soul about to come into this world. And that's the beginning of the Major Arcana story. But when you get it in your spread, it's the beginning, and go back to knowing your power. That's the first one.